Success has an unusual habit. It almost always begins in places where nobody expects it. Not in luxury, not in comfort, not in certainty. Sometimes it begins in neighborhoods where survival itself feels like an achievement. Before the awards, before the sold-out arenas, before millions of fans knew his name, there was a young boy growing up in Atlanta, Georgia. His name was Clifford Joseph Harris, Jr. The world would later know him as T.I., but at the beginning, he was simply another kid trying to escape a future that seemed already written for him. Life around him offered very few choices. Many people he grew up with believed success belonged to someone else, to people born into better families, better neighborhoods, better opportunities. The streets promised quick money, but they also demanded an even greater price. For many, that price was freedom. For others, it was life itself. T.I. stood at the same crossroads. He understood the temptation. He understood the struggle. He understood what it felt like to believe that tomorrow might look exactly like yesterday. But somewhere inside him, another voice kept speaking. It whispered, there has to be more. Music became that more. Not because it was easy, because it was possible. He began writing, recording, performing anywhere he could. Not because crowds were waiting, because dreams never wait for permission. There were countless moments when nobody listened, when doors remained closed, when rejection felt louder than hope. But every artist reaches a moment where they must answer one question. Do you believe in your dream, even when nobody else does? T.I. answered that question with action. He kept creating, kept improving, kept believing. Eventually, the world began paying attention. Albums climbed the charts. His voice reached millions. The same young man who once struggled to imagine another life had become one of hip-hop's biggest stars. But success didn't erase every challenge. There were setbacks, public mistakes, legal troubles, moments that could have defined him forever. Many people assumed the story was over. But failure only becomes the final chapter when you stop writing. T.I. chose to keep writing. He rebuilt, learned, adapted, and continued moving forward. That may be the greatest lesson his journey offers. Success isn't about living a perfect life. It's about refusing to let your worst moments become your permanent identity. Everyone falls. The difference is what happens next. Some people remain on the ground, telling themselves they were never meant to succeed. Others stand up, carrying the scars as proof they survived. The world celebrates trophies. Life rewards resilience. Today, your dream may not be music. Perhaps it's building a business, growing a YouTube channel, writing a book, creating something your family has never seen before. Whatever your dream is, remember this. Your starting point does not decide your destination. Your past does not imprison your future, and your circumstances do not get the final word. Every great story begins with someone who refused to believe that where they started was where they had to finish. Maybe that's the real meaning of success. Not becoming famous, not becoming rich, but becoming the person you once needed when you were younger. Because the greatest victory isn't escaping your past. It's proving that your past never had the power to define you. Welcome to the Inner Mirror.
Because every extraordinary journey begins with one ordinary decision: to keep going. Until the next reflection, look within.